up, guys? Anand here. Welcome to Charming Football. Today, let's discuss the stats and storyline for the France vs Spain UEFA Nations League Final, wherein France won 2-1 against Spain. And I'll do a tactical breakdown for this game. So let's kickstart this beautiful game. Now let's look into the stats and storyline for the UEFA Nations League final between France and Spain. Talking about the critical moments during the game, it was more of the transition play and the counter attacks that France were laying upon to score goals, especially with Griezmann, Benzema, and Mbappe in their attacking side. Obviously, that would be the specific threat that Spain had to tackle in. As per the tiki-taka football and the domination of Spain in terms of possession, the specific stats says it. So 64% they had the possession, and France just had only 36%. So it was more of less opportunities that France were laying upon that they could utilize to the utmost and to score the goal. So in the first half, it was more of a 0-0 score line where it was more of half chances that both the team had, and I would say it was more of a boring first half with the players that were actually stacked up with both the teams that we could have actually expected more from them. But going to the second half, I would say the turning point was more about Pogba getting the yellow card. Like post that, there was certain sequence of events that both the teams had where the defenses and the midfield were opened up, and they had many specific chances. Main threats for Spain was that especially Ferran Torres and Oyarzabal. So they were really attacking both the wings, and also they were playing in between the lines, and they had more threat for France. Shumani was specifically marking Ferran Torres and Oyarzabal not to get into the half spaces and to make them negate the attacks. And he did really well alongside playing with Pogba. Kante not being there was a very big miss, I would say, but Shumani really played well. Coming to the total shots, both the teams had 12 shots, with wherein France had 9 inside the box and 5 were on target, and actually one shot hit the woodwork. And coming to Spain, they had 12 shots, and in that 10 were inside the box, and 4 were on target. So it was more about Loris stepped up in the closing moments of the game where Spain could have actually easily equalized to 2-2, but he proved the metal, and he kept the scoreline to 1-2, and that made France win this UEFA Nations League final convincingly 1-2. Now let's look into the initial setup of the France versus Spain Nations League final. Talking about Spain, they started more into the 4-3-3 formation. So the players included Simon in goal, Aspilicueta, Garcia, Laporte, and Alonso filling the back line, with the midfield consisting of Rodri, Busquets, the captain, and Gavi. And coming to the attacking players, Sarabia, Torres, and Oyarzabal. Oyarzabal was playing one of the striker role, and Ferran Torres was filling more about in the transition they interchange the position very flexibly, and even Sarabia from right to left, he is very flexible to play. So it is a very stable starting lineup that they took it up yesterday. And coming to France, it consisted of players like Loris, who's the captain and goal. Coming to the defenders, Koundé, Rafa Varane, and Kimpembe. And coming to the midfield, Pogba and Chumani. Kante was missing due to injury, so Chumani got the opportunity. And the wing backs is Pavard and Hernandez. Coming to the attacking players, it is more of the triangle where Griezmann, Mbappe, and Benzema. So they played more into the 3-4-1-2 kind of a setup that they have been successful over the course of time. In the first half, they were very less chances for both the teams. So I'll just denote one or two chances what they had. It was more of half chances, I would say. So in the say roundabout in the 5th minute, Benzema was penetrating near to the 6-yard box here, and Mbappe was bombing down near to the 6-yard box. So actually, he just put in a cross ball here where Laporte was in position to clear the ball. So Mbappe couldn't convert that ball. And coming to the like other chances, it was more about Spain putting in some key passes in between the lines here, between Sarabia, then Oyarzabal, like here. So it was more about these three players constituting this area. They were very prominent to attack this area. So wherein in between Varane, Shumani, and Pogba. So they played interchange the passes, and Busquets laid off cute passes across the sides. So it was more about like Busquets playing the ball across the sides, where Pogba and Shumani had their work cut out in the first half to negate their attack. And even Aspilicueta was dribbling here, and like Hernandez was popping out the other side, so that they had chances alongside the width. So Aspilicueta was coming here, and he just put in the cross ball here, so that Oyarzabal or Torres can convert here, but they didn't have any clear cut chances. It was more of half chances that they had during the first half. So in the end of the first half, they ended up in a nil-nil scoreline. Now let's get into the second half of things. So France on the left side and Spain on the right side. So there is just one change going to the second half. So roundabout in the 40th minute, Rafael Varane like had a small injury. He hopped off the field, and in place of him, like roundabout in the 43rd minute, Upamecano came in. So in that place, like in the defensive unit, you can see Kunde, Upamecano, and Kimpembe. So they were the players who were playing. So talking about the second half, I'll just illustrate the goals at which both the teams scored. So initially, Spain took the lead, wherein Oyarzabal was drifting towards the left hand side of play, wherein like Busquets played a through ball towards him. So it was a wonderful pass that Oyarzabal like took in from Busquets, and he was dribbling past Upamecano, and he just came into this position, and physically he outrusted Upamecano, and he couldn't do anything. So he just had a cross shot here towards the goal, and he scored the first goal. Loris was starstruck, and he couldn't move. So it was more of the first goal that Spain scored around about in the 64th minute of the play, and they built the momentum going forward. But that in reality we can see in that way, but that was not the case. So coming to the equalizer from France. Benzema occupied near to the 6 yard box, near the left side position, where Mbappe was drifting here, and he just had a cross ball from the other side. So he just laid off a ball here. It was no point where Benzema can actually hit a shot from here, but Benzema being world class, he just dribble like put one-on-one kind of a layoff ball within himself, and from here when he came to the 6 yard box, he drawn the other two defenders, and he just curled a wonderful shot here. Simon tried to save the ball, but through his hands it went inside the goal. So in that way, roundabout in the 66th minute itself, France equalized, and it became 1-1. So it was a very interesting time during that play. And coming to the say like 80th minute, Mbappe was laid off a specific layoff ball from Hernandez. He opened up the midfield here, especially like Gavi had like many problems here, I would say. So it was more about in this area, like they just played more of the intercut passes between themselves. Say Hernandez, Mbappe, Benzema, they had many intercut passes like that Spain couldn't control. So roundabout in the like say 80th minute, it was more about Hernandez coming to the party, and he just drawn the other midfielders, where Mbappe had the clear cut chance. He had just Eric Garcia towards him and Laporte here, so that he just put a layoff ball here, wherein Garcia was there just to penetrate that ball. So it was more about like Garcia missed the ball, like it just hit the leg of Garcia. During that time, Mbappe was in the offside line. So it was more of a 50-50 call where Mbappe was not quoted offside. It was just the shoulder of Mbappe was against the line, but the ball hit the leg of Garcia, so that it popped out this side, so that Mbappe ran in this channel, and he took the ball, and Simon came to attack the ball, so that Mbappe dribbled one two and within himself, and he just hit a side shot here. Simon couldn't do anything, and they scored the second goal that proved to be the winner. So it was more about a clever pass that was drawn out by Hernandez to put Mbappe into this position, and they scored the second goal. France won this game 2-1, and even in the later stages of the game, there were one or two chances that Spain were creating. So they were just drifting to the other side, and Oyarzabal was having a party from here, wherein he's very good in his left side. So he just had a direct shot here, and Loris put the ball across the side, and Upamecano cleared that ball outside. Chumani and Pogba were there to collect, and they were putting the passes towards Griezmann, Hernandez, and Benzema, and they closed the game 2-1. So it was more of an interesting game. I would say, not in the first half. It was more of boring because they had just only half chances, having very great players in the field. But in the second half, it was not a disappointment, and Mbappe proven to be the winning goal scorer, and France won the UEFA Nations League against Spain in the finals convincingly 2-1. So in terms of the balance of attack, France were the proven winners. So in the comment section, you can just put the man of the match, which player attracted you the most. For me, Chumani was outstanding, Pogba was outstanding, Mbappe being the world class player and scoring the crucial goal to make France the winner. Obviously, he might be in contention to be the match winner, and also the man of the match. So you can just put in the comment section what are the other crucial players that you saw were very dominant, and whether from your view Spain were deserving to win this, or France had the upper edge in terms of playing in the transitions and counter attack, and were they deserving winners. Just put in the comment section so that we can have a wonderful conversation. So hope you have really loved this content. Hope to see you soon. Adios.